Mr. Dow,
Yes, sir.
what is your comments concerning the actions Lafayette, Tennessee took concerning your racism videos?
A racism video. Well, first of all, number one, I am under no illusion whatsoever at all that these people can actually be capable of understanding exactly what's going on, since they're so opinionated and narrow-minded. You know, we live in a time now, especially in this country right here, and I'll say in Lafayette, Tennessee, that these people actually think that we're supposed to acquiesce and capitulate to their form of lifestyle and ideal, regardless of how contrary that it is to not only to society, but number one, to the Bible itself. So, you know, it's utterly amazing. Now watch this. For 17 years, you know, I've lived here, and all I have received is nothing but discrimination and racism. Now, while it may be isolated to them, it's not isolated to me. And the actual whites that live on the land with me, and I just use them designations and terms, blacks and whites, because you can't continue to keep talking about nationality amongst a people who can't even understand what A, B, C, D, E, F, G is. So I have to speak in such a way that that these people can some way, somehow comprehend or understand. So, but the whites that I have here, brothers and sisters, live on this land from different geographical locations here in the United States of America, they resent and they despise exactly, because they see exactly what goes on. 17 years, we've been turning in paperwork, making reports, turning in license plates to people, to the law enforcement. It should be peace officers, but the law enforcement officials, nothing is done. I've actually went and saw the mayor, Shelby Linville, one time. Nothing got done. He was the mayor at the time. So I don't expect white supremacy and racism to ever change, and I'm not looking for that at all. But what is amazing, though, is that I can be discriminated against. I can be attacked. But then as soon as I turn around and start retaliating, hey, Brother Rich, come here. Brother Rich, come here. And as soon as I start retaliating, and as soon as I start turn around and voicing actual, factual, truthful evidence of what's really, truly going on, mind you, my properties weren't being vandalized. They sidestep and avoid the real issues here. Now, I don't expect people who cannot defend their position religiously or theologically, I don't expect them to actually come out and to use some form of intelligence and to have an open civil discussion and debate, because that's the reason why people resort to name calling, because they don't have words. They don't have any other way to express themselves other than the way that they have been reared and the way they have been raised. But for 17 years, I'm the one that's been discriminated and racism. Now, it doesn't trouble me. Don't worry, don't trouble me at all. The road department, for over a year, or just about a year, has decided to do nothing about that. I actually made a report with the sheriff's department. For a whole year, nothing's get done. But what do the people do? They want to actually try to put emphasis on Sister Ashley's video about what happened to some guy named Bobby that died in an airplane crash or something like that, totally sidestepping the real true issues at hand. Lafayette, Tennessee is a redneck, sorry-ass, racist town. And you know what they do? We go to town, we get these crazy looks. Even if you're white, you get these crazy looks and everything. And not one person in this county can tell you what I or anyone from this community has ever done to them. Now, I have had a couple of these bubbles up here to try to get in front of my face. One of them tried to get in front of my face, but he had another thing coming, just like the rest of them will. You see, I'm not a Christian, and this is their biggest mistake, is they think that I am going to conform to the image of their theological doctrines and this wicked religion called Christianity, which you can't find any biblical theological basis for whatsoever at all. But I'm not the one to be toyed with, and I'm not the one to be played with, because I know the laws, and I read every law very carefully. But I'm not going to sit here and continually keep on for another 17 years, allowing people to come down here to tap the public road and stuff, and to throw eggs at my house, vandalize my mailbox. You better believe me, when I catch your ass, and I will catch your ass, all you cowards out there, you're going to wish that you had never, ever crossed this black man, because we ain't under this damn stuff where the black man's going to get lynched, and the black man's going to be afraid of the white man, and he's not going to do anything about it and stuff. You people need to take your own damn advice. That if you expect for someone to love your neighbor as yourself, then you start. because my people are the one who actually at the hands of the American society experienced racism and discrimination. We were the one bought over here at the bottom of the ship, discriminated against. We were the ones that were raped, lynched, robbed, and murdered. And you telling me that 10% of the population is responsible for the racism of over 80% of the population? You people have been eating too many GMO foods. The fluoride is all but ran its course. The mercury is definitely induced. It's in your veins. It's all crazy as hell when you sit up there and see that people are going to attack me for defending myself, but then they don't take their own advice when their own Christian doctrine and love thy neighbor as thyself. It's just it's hypocritical from the word go. So Lafayette Sheriff's Department, Lafayette Sheriff's Department, they pronounce it Lafayette, but Lafayette Sheriff's Department, I'm not going to continue to keep wasting the taxpayers' dollars calling them out here to where they're dealing with us wisely. You know, they smile at you and stuff and act like they're your friend and stuff. And then as soon as they leave, they got all kind of stuff. They calling people and calling names and stuff. So I'm not fooling with these white niggas up here. That's just the way that it is. They have not made me feel welcome from the day I stepped foot in this county. And I'm not seeking any league, nor am I seeking any friendship. Nor if any of them come down here and try to do me or any of my people any harm, are they going to get any quarter. None whatsoever at all. It's their choice and it's their decision. But you dealing with a black man that is a total breed of a different type of a man than y'all people are used to. That's just all there is to it. Willie Lynch days are gone. We ain't under no more damn Jim Crow laws. And even if we were, this damn black man ain't coming up under no Jim Crow laws from nobody. So I know all they preachers, they city officials, and everybody they watching these videos. But they're so confident in what they call their belief system and their false pagan satanic society of religion, all these pagan holidays and stuff, and they're the ones that have an issue with me, and I ain't troubling to bother nobody. But then they're going to turn around, but they say they're confident in what they believe, but they're not the cowards that they are, not willing to sit out and have an open, I keep saying civil. Most people don't even know probably what civil or civility is. But I keep saying it over and over again because I'm trying to intelligently reach a base-minded people. And that's probably a mistake I'm making in myself. Brother Rich, do you understand my passion? Is my passion warranted?
Well, yeah, absolutely. You know, there's no excuse for bigotry or racism in this day and age that we're supposed to be lightened, you know, and you have to understand this. And I had a discussion with a couple last night, and one of the things they said was that, you know, that was then. I said, yeah, well, I understand that. But I understand that, you know, when people do things or commit violence or something like that, yeah, they deserve to a great degree of punishment because right is right and wrong is wrong. But here's a man who hasn't done anybody wrong. People hasn't done anyone wrong, and yet they are suffering. What do you say? Ostracization. And,
yeah.
And they're being treated differently. And like I said, we don't want your handouts or anything like that. We don't want that. But the fact that we do pay taxes like everybody else, we do. We are. Have a better arrest record than most people in this county. It's a very violent county, and maybe you should look inwardly and find out why you can't keep stability in your own.
Hey, I want you to answer something for me. How is it that in this day and age right here that I can be attacked, and then when I choose to defend myself from this attack right here, all of a sudden I'm the victim? I mean, all of a sudden I'm the problem. I'm the issue. I'm the one that's trouble.
Well,
how is that? What kind of mind is that, brother? Explain it to us.
Basically what it is, honestly, it's not dealing with the past. We still, as a nation, have not dealt with our past. We still got a lot of skeletons and genies in the bottle that we don't want to come out or try to tame or deal with. And one of the things is that, people were, slave days are gone. Well, that was ancient history. Yeah, but if you haven't actually fully dealt with the issue, in a way that's comprehensive, then you never really did anything. All you did is you're pretending that this thing never exists, just like you're pretending to be a disciple of the Messiah.
And that's the reason why I continue to keep on over and over and over again keep saying that Lafayette, Tennessee is a racist, swinish, piggish county. It's just all there is to it. Why? Because while you people are talking about everybody ain't like that, you sure as hell not doing a damn thing about it. You ain't doing nothing about it. The legislature's not doing anything about it. The sheriff ain't doing nothing about it. The police department ain't doing nothing about it. Ain't nobody up here doing anything about the thing that they say that they're not.
No. Well, I think that they may have just painted over, you know, that sign on Dotson Road, but it's a little, you know, it's a little late now. But anyway, you know, going back to what was being said is that now all of a sudden, because you know, we certain people don't feel that certain things have been dealt with properly and have been ignored and swept under the rug. Like I'll take myself for example. My family's from Germany, and Holland and Ireland. You know, I went all over Europe. But anyway, my family never participated in the slave trade. They never benefited from it directly in the buying or selling or used them on plantations because we didn't have any, because basically my family were the Negroes of Europe, you know, in Germany, you know, the lowest class of people. And anyway, the amazing thing of it is that though we never really participated in that type of discrimination and persecution and injustices, my family did benefit from the policies of those who did participate actively and also inactively in the slave trade. And that's the fact that people don't want to own up to, is the fact that, yeah, there has been a white privilege in this nation. Now, it is true that about 60% or better of the black population in this country lives in the middle or upper middle class. Now, that's fine, okay? And it's even a little better than the average white person. Per capita, some of them, a portion of them are doing well. There's no doubt about that. But they still have to deal with the racism because of the stereotypes and the stigmas and the collective guilt and the collective subconscious of this wicked country. And they're not dealing with these issues. So, but 30-some% of the black population in this nation are literal prisoners in the inner cities. And they've been made to become corporate prison farming slaves on the new plantation called Correction Corporation of America. Now, people would say, well, yeah, well, black people, I understand why a black person would have a gripe about this, but no, dumb person. One without understanding and knowledge. Correction Corporation of America and Dick Cheney are making millions. Vanguard Group making millions off of prison farming in this country. But guess who pays the bill? You do, white man. You're paying the bill $46,000 per year per inmate to continually have a labor pool. Now, you say, oh, well, we're just paying our taxes and doing our duty. But wait a minute, don't stop there. They're taking jobs from what would normally be in the private sector, and they're moving them behind the concertina wire, and they're charging you $46,000 a year so you can go stand in the unemployment and the bread line. Not too smart. You're going to have to realize that these people that you have been trained to believe are your enemy are not, but yet we're our own enemy, and that our enemies and our rulers that rule over us is the enemy.
Did you say that they actually painted over that thing on the bridge?
Yeah, they told me the other day they did. I hadn't gone by it yet.
I'm gonna go check it out.
It is.
Yeah.
If they did paint over it,
finally.
Look what happened. Look what happened. Lafayette, I'm putting you on the map. Worldwide. Yep. See, you don't understand that Pastor Dow is an international pastor. What you may reject me, which I don't care. You may not like me, and I don't care about that either. But you understand, if you go and check out just my website, my YouTube videos and stuff, I am greatly known throughout the whole United States of America. Aren't you a veteran too? U.S. Army veteran?
Yep.
So you got two veterans here. So
Yep.
you're not talking about people who
Communications intelligence.
who are actually just dumb, idiotic people that got their heads stuck in the ground. But you people what you need to do, you need to start owning up to your own personal guilt.
Sure.
You need to start owning up to your own personal shame and start coming to the truth yourself. Now, let's turn the tides here for a second. Suppose I come down your road and I start throwing eggs at your house. and I slide off in the middle of the night, hollering all types of obscenities, or during the day when your children are out in the yard. And then I take a sledgehammer and beat your mailbox down, and I paint swastikas on it the next time you put one up and stuff.
Yeah.
What would be your response? You hypocrites. That's exactly what you are, a bunch of two-faced lying hypocrites. See, you're incapable of actually acknowledging the truth. And that's the reason why that America is falling down the damn tubes today.
Yeah.
That's the reason why America's going to be destroyed, because you people are incapable. You can't even conceive what honoring the truth for the sake of honoring it. You just can't do it. Your Sunday and Christmas and Easter still a lie. I know your pastors, your preachers and teachers are watching, but what they're doing is they're actually insulating you and protecting you from somebody like me who's telling the truth. And again, not one person in this county. I want one person in this county to come forth and tell me what I have ever done to them. That's a pretty heavy indictment, isn't it, brother?
It is. Well, you know, the people that I had spoken with last night, white
and mind
people
you,
in this
I'm not
county,
trying to be y'all
yeah.
friends. I don't give a damn about none of y'all. I don't. I'm not trying to be your friend, your chum, your I do have quite a few neighbors and friends in this county that do not share the same interests as the majority of you people do. And because you think your silence and your smiles, your deceitful smiles that you do. You know, I take a $10 bill up to Walmart.
Yeah.
And you know how they pull out them little pins? Yeah, oh man, a $10 bill, man. And they got to call over customer service. And I go to the post office, man. They got to call the postmaster for a postal money order.
Yeah.
I go down to Gallatin and cash 4 postal money orders, brother, and they just take the information, put it on the run-through machine, and out I'm go. Yeah. it's utterly amazing. See, that's their silent racist discrimination.
Yeah.
They're saying
that's gallant.
You're here and we have to serve you because we're in a public venue, but I don't give a damn about you, black man. That's what that's really saying without words being said.
Yeah.
Told you, I ain't ignorant of what's going on. I ain't ignorant, but I do know one thing. If that F nigger sign has been painted over there, you have to understand, I'm a man that I embrace the word nigger or negro, because when you go read about it over in Acts, Simon, who is called Niger, which is nigger, when you go look at the Greek rendering right there, you're not going to get me to actually dissent from who I know that the people of the Bible really truly are. So in its purest sense, but I know the intent behind you saying it. You are personally meaning some type of emotional injury from it, which you ain't going to emotionally injure me because I'm way above that crap right there. I told you, you're not dealing with some dumb nigger from a long, long time ago. This one knows how to read and he knows how to write. He knows how to discern, and not only that, I know how to preach and teach, that whereas you white people up here reject me, guess what? I don't care. A prophet is not without honor except in his own country.
And in his own house.
I've been living in Tennessee longer than many of you been born. And you talking about one geographical landmass. Tennessee would be considered as it's a state, but a small nation.
Yep.
So I am in my own land, whether you like it or not. And you people, guess what? All those butterflies you feeling in your stomach, you might as well continue to keep feeling them and let them keep running around all day long, because this black man ain't going nowhere until the Most High is finished with me in my time on this earth. And if you keep on with your nonsense and stuff, I would actually put it out to where we would have, within the next year or two, another 50 Israelite families move in this area. That's what I'll do. And you keep on pushing, I'll just have everybody who supports the ministry to move to this area or surrounding and stuff, and then politically, we will take over the whole entire county. Again, don't think you dealing with some dumb backwoods Negro and you ain't gonna be able to rig the elections either. I'm just letting you people know, I'm living quiet and I'm living peaceable, but I'm not the one to be fooled with or messed with. Not today. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm not no Martin Luther King. I believe the Malcolm X doctrine. Hell with Martin Luther King. They don't make statues about people who was actually right. They make statues and they do honor, make holidays to people that was with the system. Anyway, you got any closing words?
Well, all I got to say is that part of this white guilt or this subconscious under the radar racism is the fact, this one true fact. The people in this nation have either actively or inactively participated in the persecution, the enslavement, and the mistreatment of hundreds of thousands of people over the centuries. And what I believe is the underlying guilt is that people don't want to deal with this subject at all, because they are going to, if they research, and they're going to find out that they treated Yah's own people very badly, and that Yah's face is set against them, and they don't want to come to that kind of level of contrition and repentance. So until you do that, the bullseye's on you, not on us.
Hey, do you think I'm over top with my attitude?
Oh, I mean,
do you think I'm out of bounds?
No, I don't think you're out of bounds. I mean, you're just expressing the frustrations that's on every level, you know. And then there's some people that just, they flat out, you know, start tearing down the town because that's the only thing they can do. They've been so marginalized and stuff like that, that's the only thing they can resort to, you know.
Bro, Rich, how long you known me?
18 years.
Am I a racist?
Absolutely not. Hardly.
I just want to know, Sister Caroline, come over here for a second, please. Yes, Sister Caroline, you're from Florida.
Yes, sir.
Is that right, Sister Caroline? You're from Florida? All right. And you've been up here just only a few months, right?
Yes, sir.
A few months. And so everything just in a few months, from your own words, what have you experienced just by either hearing or just by going to town, the spirit of this area up here, in your own words?
Nosy. Just, they look at you strange as if you're totally different. And it doesn't matter if I'm dressed like this, it's just, it can go from skin color as well. They always want to ask you, like, well, why do you want to open with this bank? What caused you to move here? Just things I've never heard from, not even in the city alone. So it's really interesting how they are here.
And all you sisters and brothers that move in this area, they start asking you questions like that. This is your response. None of your damn business. That's the reason why. That's how you respond to that.
Yes, sir.
Denny's waitress test.
Huh?
Denny's waitress test.
And you know, it's amazing, man. That, you know, there's not a person up here in this county that can even hold a candle to us when it comes to righteousness, holiness, and truth.
That's true.
You know, set apartness and stuff. I mean, we're actually truly living this Bible. And yet we're being discriminated against. So I know who my enemy is. The Bible clearly says that I am not to make any league or any friendship with an angry man. And I know clearly who my enemies are. So you can smile at me with your yellow teeth. You can sit up there and run around and act like that you really truly care about the plight of my people. But I know who you are. I know who you are. And who your father is, the devil. That's all there is to it. Now, that's my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. You may not like this expression, but I'm telling you people, you're not dealing with dumb Sambo Coon here. You're not dealing with this. This tomfoolery is not going to work with Pastor Dow. None whatsoever at all. But I am going to go and see if the sign got painted, or that bridge that they vandalized got painted over. Now, if it has, I'll make another video on it. At least that's one thing that lets me know that the political pressure and the attention that I'm drawing to Lafayette, Tennessee is working.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Have a good day. The King is coming.
Yeah.